Okay, we are live. The good thing about this platform is that we're going to be able to be live in several platforms at the same time. Like we are live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and actually Twitter too. Okay, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Jumu'ah Mubarakah. Welcome to our live session with Dr. Amina Douidi. Thank you for joining. نستناو شويه quelques personnes يدخلوا. سمحونا رانا en retard. On a eu quelques problèmes techniques, but we are here and we're excited to start this discussion with you. كان نشوف بداو يجوا لي participants. مرحبا بكم. So GPU is saying hi. سلام عليكم. اسماعيل سلام عليكم. مونشو سلام عليكم. توقيت مميز نصلي ونجي. Okay. Très bien, perfect. Hi, salam. Haribi Alice, Ali, salam. Hi from Lagwat. Hi. Salam alaikum. Thank you for everyone for joining. Good. Wahid. Okay, so again, my apologies for being late, but we are here now, so we're just gonna get started. ندير لكم une petite présentation على limitless learnings and then نسمعوا ديريكتومون من عند أستاذة أمينة اللي راهي معنا هنايا. اوكي سو اولا حبيت نرحب بدكتورة أمينة دويدي. ميرسي d'être là. يعطيك الصحة. So اليوم Q&A راح يكون على English for University Professors. Donc le cours هذا راح يبدأ مع الأستاذة أمينة le 2 juin إن شاء الله. ولو بوت تاع لا سيسيون تاع اليوم أنا نجاوبكم على لي كيسيون تاعكم pour le cours هذا. Avant cela نحكي لكم شوية على limitless learning وكيفاش بدأ le projet هذا. Donc le projet هذا بديناه 2 to 3 years ago, donc juste قبل COVID. C'était la fin 2019. I am the co-founder. My name is Sosan Shiddadi. My PhD is in American and International Studies from the University of Kansas. I am a former Fulbright grantee, and I teach a range of classes and courses ranging from English, communication, diversity and inclusion, and of course my subject matter, which is American and International Studies. The co-founder who is in charge of all technical aspects هو دكتور مراد بوعاش اللي هو غني عن التعريف. je pense بزاف هنا فيكم يعرفوه. عنده لا باج مباشر سيليكون فالي and he has a PhD in computer science, 3 postdocs. Right now he is at AI Academy at Intel in Silicon Valley. Donc we are both based in California and we are here to really give you a great content through our platform. Donc, what is Limitless Learning? This is the Algerian Institute for Professional Skills. It's an e-learning platform. Donc, les cours تاعنا كامل راهم en ligne most of the time. We provide professional students and companies and universities in Algeria with world-class hands-on training. Donc, les cours نتاعنا راهم basés sur un curriculum اللي راهو يستعملوه في العالم et surtout في الأمريكان ولا en Europe. So the training you get from us can be used abroad anywhere in the world. Some of the courses we offer right now, donc on a 2 volets principaux, le volet technologie et le volet tout ce qui est English and communication. Right now we have courses in cybersecurity, intermediate English for professors, l'Ustadha Amina will teach soon inshallah. Design thinking, Python coding, and AI foundations. Donc, we can also answer questions about these, but the focus for today's session is mostly about English for university professors. Okay. كي تكملوا لا فورماسيون تاعنا you will get a certificate of completion from a limitless learning. ولازم تاني تعرفوا بلي on est conventionné الحمد لله مع la formation continue في الجزائر. Donc les certificats تاعكم also ils sont reconnus في الجزائر and you can use them as much or whatever you see fit. Okay. Donc كيما قلت لكم c'est une plateforme e-learning which means that it's fully remote. يعني وين تكون la plupart تاع les apprenants تاعنا يعني learners تاعنا راهم في الجزائر ولا في العالم. يعني عندنا بزاف دي زابرونون اللي راهم ماهمش عايشين في الجزائر فورسيمون but they can take our classes just نتفاهموا برك على الوقت اللي يساعد الناس كامل. لي بروف تاعنا كيما الأستاذة أمينة راهي en Angleterre currently, so لي بروف تاعنا راهم all over the world. You can take a look at our website. عندنا لي بروفيسور تاعنا في in Europe, in Malaysia, in Chicago, in the US in general, in Canada. So really we have professors and learners everywhere, which makes Limitless Learning a worldwide platform. I'm really, really proud of this. We use the Google platform. We have the pro version. معناتها you can, all your content will be in one place. يعني كل شيء tous les cours تاعكم donc من le cours live اللي راح تديروه مع الأستاذة ولا الكالندر ولا الكلاسروم Google Classroom and Google Chat, so you can have everything in one place. And you just need a Gmail account, which is free, of course. For more information, go to www.limitlesslearning.us. So les cours تاعنا راهم عندك donc عندك الcontent يكون في the Google platform, but you also have classes live, weekly live. كيما le cours هذا ça va être 2 fois par semaine, mais chaque cours يكون عنده un programme باين. Donc le cours هذا 2 fois par semaine par exemple, you need to meet with Dr Amina live for 2 hours for each session. علاش live? On vous encourage surtout في les cours تاع l'anglais ولا la communication parce que لازم تهضروا. En fait, le but que نتوما you practice your English, you practice your communication or whatever skill you are learning. And there is an interactive, notion to it, because if you are live talking to your peers and talking to your professor, then you will be able to practice. في الأول واحد بالك يكون يحشم شوية بس après it's easier for you to communicate in English while you are connected live. And also there is a big ability to ask questions and network with your peers, because usually our peers come from different backgrounds. يعني تشوف ناس يجوا من non seulement من geographic areas that are different, but also from different backgrounds. So you'll be learning from people who are in the same group as you are. So let's talk about today's session. Le cours اللي راح نبدأ إن شاء الله في le 2 juin. We are currently offering it right now. بس حضركار we have another one starting on June 2nd with Dr. Amina. It's English for University Professors. Le cours هذا في 4 weeks intensive. معناتها 4 semaines تقراوهم بصح c'est intensif. معناتها 2 fois par semaine تقراو 2 heures, 2 heures. Donc c'est 4 heures par semaine pendant 4 weeks, 4 semaines. So it's designed to help higher education lecturers or professors in Nigeria to integrate English in their teaching practice. Participants will learn about different theories, pedagogies, and strategies necessary to create an effective learning environment where English is the medium of instruction. Donc, quand on dit EMI, c'est English as the medium of instruction. كما على بالكم la rentrée إن شاء الله في الجامعة الجزائرية ça va être obligatoire que les profs يقريوا en anglais, or at least they will try. Donc احنا on va vous accompagner في هذه la transition هذه باش تتعلموا كيفاش تقريوا en anglais. Donc c'est pas forcément apprendre l'anglais, c'est apprendre comment enseigner en anglais. So to give you an idea donc, about the levels of English usually that we can look at from an A0 level to a C1 level or a C2 level expert, usually les professeurs tana will have between an A2 to a B1 level. Donc you don't have to really be an expert to take this course parce que there will be an English portion. Le cours راح يكون en anglais, donc لازم you need to interact in English, but you don't have to have a perfect English for this, okay? The point is actually to learn English through practice. So I would say A2 to B1 to B2 level would be a great fit for this course. If you don't think you have the right level, عندي un lien نقدر نبعث لكم how to test your English. I will send it later when Amina starts her presentation, so that you can have an idea about your level. But in general, I would say don't be afraid that you don't have the right level. Talk to us, and then we will help you assess your level, inshallah. Donc, the course schedule, inshallah, is going to be the duration of each course is 2 hours, and then it's going to be twice a week for 8 sessions, donc 4 semaines. Time is going to be من 8 ل 10 تاع الليل باسكو على بالي كاين ناس يخدموا. This is Algeria time, okay? So هذه on est basé sur the time in Algeria. Donc من 8 ل 10 تاع الليل في الجزائر. The day is to be decided une fois que عندنا le groupe ونزيدو نتفاهموا مع الأستاذة وشو هو les jours اللي يساعدوها ويساعدوكم. We can decide on 2 days that are good for everyone. Okay. And then, so how much does it cost? So I have good news for you today. Le cours, normalement, les cours تاعنا كامل, they cost 3,990. But if you have an early bird registration, if you sign up before May 22nd, donc اليوم on est le 19, لو كان تسجلوا قبل le 19 mai, عندكم discount تاع 5,000 دينار. Et donc le cours يولي يسوى 34,900. You can pay through CCP, credit card, or PayPal. Voila. Of course, if you have questions, we can talk about them. So Amina is going to talk more about the weekly plan, but I would love to introduce her first, Yani, and then I will hand over to her, and then we can ask questions. We can take questions. So I am very, very proud and very excited to introduce you to Dr. Amina Douidi. She is a diversity, equity, and inclusion and intercultural communication consultant in English language teaching. She's currently based in the UK. Avec l'Angleterre en ce moment. She holds a PhD, mashallah, in modern language and applied linguistics from the University of Southampton, UK, and a joint MA in ELT from Tlemcen University, Algeria. Elle est Algérienne, donc she will be able to understand and speak Algerian and French if needed. Of course, the course will be in English, though. And so she has the joint MA in ELT from Tlemcen, Algeria, and the University of Balearic Islands from Spain. She is a DEI, donc Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Reviewer for ELT publishers, and teaches pre-sessional English for academic purposes, EAP, at UK higher education institutions. She is an Associate Fellow of Advanced Higher Education and acts as co-editor of the TESOL ICIS newsletter, championing contributions of teachers and researchers from global majority. As you can see, you are in great hands. Yani, mashallah, she's a very accomplished young scholar, but also you will be really taking a course from someone who's an expert. Donc, c'est pas juste quelqu'un who has a bachelor's degree and comes to teach with little experience. She has a PhD from a UK university, and she's specialized in teaching English as a foreign language. So really, you can see that someone who will be teaching you the subject matter with that much experience will bring you so much experience and so much knowledge that you will be able to implement in your classrooms. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Amina, and then she can talk to you a little bit more, and then we can start answering questions. تفضلي Amina.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Dr. Shadadi. That was a beautiful introduction. I'm feeling a little bit nervous now, but I think my fellow Algerians will be supportive in this life. So, السلام عليكم. كاسمي أمينة دويدي. اليوم نهضر لكم على البروغرام تاع English for University Professors اللي نبداوه في جوان مع Limitless Learning. Je vais essayer de partager mon écran pour vous montrer un petit peu le programme et on peut prendre les questions ensuite. So it is called English for University Professors, but it's not an English course. It is to help university professors integrate English in their teaching practice. Le but n'est pas d'enseigner l'anglais en soi, mais d'utiliser l'anglais comme langue d'instruction, English as a medium of instruction. On va utiliser l'abréviation EMI from now on. So the course objectives are comprendre les principes de language policy, la réforme des langues en Algérie, discuter ensemble sur comment est-ce qu'on peut, autant qu'universitaire, implémenter cette language policy qui sera mise en place à partir de la rentrée prochaine. So understanding the principles of the Algerian language policy with regard to EMI. pas seulement l'implémenter, mais être critique aussi. On va avoir l'occasion de we would have the chance to discuss and identify the challenges of such implementation. You can notice and observe that I am speaking French, نهضر شوية عربية، نعاود ندخل شوية فرنسي. This practice of speaking is called translanguaging. So translanguaging is something that we do every day en Algérie. On parle algérien avec toutes les belles langues qu'on maîtrise. Et cette pratique est normalisée dans ce qu'on appelle EMI, English as a Medium of Instruction. Donc, avec vous, pendant le cours, on va décider quelles sont les pratiques linguistiques qu'on va faire, qu'on va utiliser ensemble, mais je vais prioriser, donner la priorité à l'anglais. Il y a une grande tradition dans le domaine de l'anglais, l'enseignement de l'anglais, c'est l'enseignement thématique. Vous prenez n'importe quel cours d'anglais, la première séance, si vous avez aucune notion d'anglais, la première séance sera sur la famille, les amis, les vacances. Donc, c'est des thématiques qu'on aborde en anglais. Et cette fois-ci, dans mon cours, la thématique, c'est comment intégrer l'anglais dans la pratique de l'enseignement à l'université algérienne. So identifying the challenges and the opportunities that EMI can offer is one of the focus, it is also a focus that we have in the course. L'autre objectif que nous avons, c'est examiner nos croyances et nos pratiques linguistiques. Je parlais en ce moment, il y a quelques secondes, de translanguaging, les pratiques translinguistiques. Alors, on va parler de tout ça ensemble. De préférence, on le fera en anglais, mais graduellement, on se mettra en confiance et on continuera à intégrer l'anglais dans notre pratique. نبداو نهضروا شوية على nos croyances autant qu'individus et autant que professionnels. Before designing this course, I did a needs analysis, Susan, if you remember. We talked about this. We talked about the needs of the university teachers and university lecturers in Algeria. And I talked to a few university lecturers in Algeria who have some kind of control of the language, mais ils ont une frustration quant à cette nouvelle politique. Cette frustration se traduit par des peurs, des frayeurs, des incertitudes, des insécurités aussi. On va discuter, on va parler de ces sujets-là en cours et on va essayer de les démystifier ensemble. So we were going to examine language beliefs and practices in order to help us integrate EMI in our practice at university. We will evaluate pedagogical practices from different contexts and facilitate EMI. Vous vous en doutez, EMI est un concept et une pratique qui n'est pas nouvelle. Elle se répand dans tous les pays, dans presque tous les pays où l'anglais n'est pas la langue locale et surtout dans les universités et les collèges. Donc, il y a une tradition qui commence à s'établir. On peut apprendre des autres pays et c'est ce qu'on va faire dans ce volet. On va examiner comment l'EMI est implémenté dans d'autres cas d'études. So we will evaluate then these pedagogical practices and reflect upon which practices would work for you. Implement language pedagogical strategies in one subject area. On a espoir qu'on va recevoir des candidatures d'universitaires de plusieurs départements, les départements des sciences, les départements des langues, pas forcément les départements d'anglais parce que mes camarades et mes collègues d'anglais aussi ont pour mission d'aider les professeurs et les universitaires et enseignants algériens à intégrer l'anglais, à développer leur anglais. Donc, on est tous engagés dans cette mission, mais on attend que nos attentes, enfin, on espère avec Sausen qu'on va avoir des enseignants qui sont de chimie, d'architecture, de mathématiques, des arts, des cultures, etc., pour nous rejoindre et trouver des solutions propres à chaque chaque département et à chaque spécialité. Donc, c'est là où on va discuter comment est-ce qu'on peut implémenter des stratégies linguistiques et pédagogiques dans sa propre discipline. On va ensemble créer des stratégies dans le sens où ça va pas être à partir de septembre, je commence à parler anglais pendant mes 45 minutes ou mes 1h30 de cours, mais on va décider de comment introduire cette pratique linguistique progressivement. Et c'est quelque chose qu'on pourra discuter ensemble pendant le cours. So creating a strategy is one of the objectives to integrate EMI in one's teaching practice. Pourquoi est-ce qu'on fait tout ça? Internationalization is a big part of it. L'Algérie a pour vision future que toutes ces universités en Algérie accueillent des étudiants étrangers dans peut-être la langue qu'ils maîtrisent, c'est l'anglais. J'ai une petite expérience, j'ai enseigné le français comme langue d'instruction avant de venir faire mon doctorat ici et je le faisais pour les étudiants venant de Tanzanie. Donc, ils venaient en Algérie pour commencer leurs études de sciences ou d'économie ou de business, etc. Et ils devaient apprendre le français avant d'intégrer leur programme. Et le français qu'on leur enseignait, c'était un français de tous les jours. C'était, comme je vous disais, les thématiques, sa famille, ses amis, ses vacances. C'était pas vraiment intéressant pour eux parce qu'ils avaient besoin du français académique. Et c'est là où j'ai commencé à m'intéresser à internalisation, internationalisation. Je vais réessayer en français. Internationalisation de l'enseignement et des cultures. Donc, la compétence interculturelle, la diversité et l'équité, l'inclusion sont des thématiques qu'on va aussi aborder parce que EMI, le but d'enseigner en anglais, c'est pas juste pour faire comme font les autres pays, mais ça a un but plus large qui est inclure une population estudiantine plus diverse. Et donc, on va parler de ça dans mon cours. Pour résumer, il va y avoir 6 modules. English as a Medium of Instruction, qui est le premier module où on va parler de l'Algérie et du concept de EMI. English and Language Proficiency, on va démystifier les croyances qu'on a concernant la langue et la maîtrise de la langue. English and Pedagogy, on va parler de comment est-ce qu'on peut jouer avec nos lesson plans, comment est-ce qu'on peut modifier notre façon d'enseigner pour qu'il y ait possibilité d'intégrer l'anglais. On va aussi parler de EMI and your subject matter, donc chaque spécialité, c'est là où en fait je vous passe la torche et c'est là où vous devez présenter un travail concernant votre domaine de spécialité. And it is called micro-teaching. We will have some practical tasks that you will be doing. And finally, the last module is diversity, equity, inclusion, and a plan for the future, which would be your own plan for continuous professional development, CPD. Face-to-face on Google Live, we will have 16 hours, but the total number of hours that this course has been designed to be is 30 hours, where you will have independent work, then 16 hours of live sessions. So that's all for now. I think we are open for questions now.
Thank you so much, Amina. This is great. This is really a great introduction to the course. Some people are saying English, please. Well, actually, last time we only spoke in English and people were like, we want French or Arabic. So
We can interact in English. I don't mind.
exactly. That's the good thing about Algerians. We can speak in 3 languages. That's the good thing. So, okay.
We see Murad's picture on the
I
screen.
know for some reason, I don't know why it's not my picture. Hold on. Yeah, I'll be. I should be able to turn it on just 1 second. But can you see the comments on the site, Amina? Can you see the live questions? So
Oh, now I can. Yes, now I can.
perfect. So, for example, I am a computer science student. Am I able to apply? You want to go ahead and answer, Amina? Vas-y.
It's for university lecturers. So if you are not teaching, if you don't have a class, this course is not for you. And the reason is we have a section we have a module about micro teaching. So you will be asked to present a teaching session to us, to the cohort, and that wouldn't be possible if you are a student. So, and I am aware that Limitless Learning have another program for students. Susan, do you have a program for students?
Yeah, we do, and it's going to be inshallah starting. So we're hoping for it to start inshallah soon. I don't want to say June or July because we have a few details that we need to finish. But inshallah, we're currently offering an intermediate course. But right now, we would be sharing the details for the next one inshallah. غير نحطوا le cours تاع الصيف. We will post it inshallah. Okay. So for some reason I'm not able to turn on my camera, but سمحوا لي, yeah? But راكم تسمعوا فيها مليح, right? So okay. So let's go back to the questions. Aisha, what about students? Do you think that they will get the information that their actual English level, with their actual English level, especially for scientific keywords? Thank you for the clarification.
So we used to have the same concern with French. I did my scientific studies in high school and in middle school in Arabic, and then I did a chemistry degree in French, and I also struggled with terminology in French, and translating from Arabic to French was a challenge the first year. That's something I discovered about Algerian students very, very quickly, is that we are resilient and we are resourceful as well. So I don't think that teachers will start teaching English to an audience that doesn't understand them. That's not the goal. Yes. But they will develop pedagogical approaches and strategies to make sure that everyone is in the same bubble, everyone understand each other. The goal is not to be speaking words and check the box of, yes, I am now implementing English as a medium of instruction. The goal is to have learning experience where English can facilitate and improve maybe this learning experience. So the goal is not to put the students under any pressure. So, well, that's my vision, and I hope, and I think a lot of university teachers share this vision as well.
That's a great answer. Thank you so much, Dr. Amina, because really it's a transition. You guys have to keep in mind, really, this is a transition. So the first year, هذا la rentrée 2023, qui بدأوا يقرأوا en anglais, it's still testing, it's still new, and people are gonna get used to it. Ce que j'ai remarqué, c'est que la génération هذه الأخرى, الناس اللي بدأوا الباك récemment, etc. يعني les gens اللي ما بين I would say 18 and 25 years old, في الجزائر, they are more English oriented than French. So I would hope that the transition will be easier thanks to social media. One of the good things of social media is that, you know, people are more exposed to English. Par rapport à la génération تاعي, par exemple, where there was no social media when I was your age, so it was very hard to really, you know anything. Although I majored in English, so the only access we have to English was like movies and stuff. So, and even that, like you would need to have access to English speaking channels. which was not very common for Algerians. So really, I'm really hopeful for this, and I think that you guys are gonna be okay if you are a student. Of course, if you need to really improve your English معنا, we will have sessions inshallah في الصيف. But for teachers, I'm posting the link again هنايا. I'm posting the link so that you can register. كما قلت لكم قبل, you have عندكم 5000 دينار off, donc au lieu de 3,900 راح يكون 3,490. Just because if you end up signing up, يعني لو كان you register سجل قبل le 22 mai إن شاء الله, you will receive the discount. Donc هذا le 5000 دينار that it expires le 22 mai. And I'm really thinking باللي les professeurs عندنا right now عندنا cours اللي راهو run by another professor, Dr سهام روابح, معنا cours de English for professors, and راني نشوف باللي les professeurs vraiment تحسنوا بزاف, and we have people from donc chemistry, marketing, and architecture, I think. So we really have like different fields of professors بس يقدروا يتعاملوا مع الأستاذة باش يتعلموا كيفاش يقريوا en anglais. And we have a question from Hamza Ziani. Thank you, Dr. Nadia, Dr. Amina, I think he means, for the introduction. But there are pedagogical problems represented by the fact that most of our references are in French, just as I am the approved terminology in French, and the university does not have libraries that support books in English. Amina, can you see the comment on the sidebar? أكيد شوفي في الكومنتات هذا.
Yes. Do you want me to comment on this?
Please, if you have an answer, that would be great. I mean, pedagogy should be your jam, isn't it?
Yes. I think pedagogy is the solution to every problem, but you can't do much when you don't have resources, can you? Especially if you rely on a library that is predominantly with resources in French. So what we will do in my course is develop some kind of every student or every university lecturer taking the course will have the possibility to develop their own vocabulary worksheet, their own, let's say, dictionary of the terms that they know will be coming over and over again in their course, and they will have the possibility to identify resources that can be maybe open source and exist online. In the meantime, the students can rally and ask their library to bring more books that are about the subjects they care about. So we will do with what we have, and I will work with the university lecturers with what they know and what they have. I will be, of course, sharing with them the websites that I have access to. There are plenty of open source materials out there in all of the disciplines. So we will try to gather these tips and strategies together to fill this gap.
Thank you so much, Amina. This is better than I hoped to answer this question, so that's perfect. Okay, so let's see more questions. So GPU is saying Arabic is our best language, but you've got to learn how to use it without translation means in English, not in your usual language over time. You'll speak it.
So GPU's comment is a perfect example of a language belief, and a belief that he or she or they have. This is a belief that they have developed based on their own experience and maybe based on what they have been exposed to, but it's just the belief. And then our job in the course is identify these beliefs, understand where they come from. Why do we believe that Arabic is the best language, and why do we believe that we have to translate word by word or should not translate word by word? So these beliefs can hinder language proficiency and language learning, and sometimes they can help promote easy ways of learning. So a belief like this one would be a perfect example of what we would be discussing in class.
You see how knowledgeable Dr. Amina is? I told you, I don't bring any instructor to teach. Having a PhD is not enough. You have to be really qualified to have those discussions. This is a high-level discussion. باش يعني تعرفوا باللي check out Dr. Amina's LinkedIn, and you will see how active she is in the international sphere. You will see how many talks she gives and how many discussions she has, because she's really she really is an expert when it comes to EMI in general, but DEI within ELT. So this is one of the things I really would love for Algerian scholars to have, is to really micro specialize in something. Be good at one thing, and then just, you know, expand on it. Just be good at one specific thing, like Dr. Amina here, and you will see how much knowledge you can acquire and then teach others later. So learning English, or learning how to teach in English, is one step to do that for my fellow professors. Because if you are a good professor, if you're good in your field, but you will also learn how to publish in English. This is also one important thing that professors do, right? As scholars, you will need to learn how to write a good paper, and then how to really be able to teach this knowledge that you already have, you know, access to, but in English. And then if you are a better speaker, a better professor, you'll be a better communicator at conferences, and then hopefully more opportunities will come your way. So we highly encourage you to invest in your education, learn from the best, and feel free to ask any questions while we still have about 20 minutes left. We are here to answer your questions about this course, about the professor here. Dr. Amina is with us, and about limitless learning in general.
There is a comment here. Thank you for the kind words, Susan.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it. I am not sure what I should be saying as a follow-up to what you said about me, but I really appreciate it. So
We're
there is
very
a comment
here.
here.
We're very proud to have you. So let me brag about you.
I can see that you are like, okay, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to take it all in.
Go ahead. They said you saw comments.
Yes, Harat Aisha. She wrote a comment here, and she says, "Thank you. I guess we will have to translate each time. I am a physics teacher at Naba University." So, yes, translation is a topic we will talk about. Translation could be one of the strategies you would be using, but it's just one strategy out of many that you could be using. So if you join our course, Professor Harat, what you will see is that we will be listening to your needs, and then we will be finding a tailored solution together. We will try to find a way with Susan if we can offer some one-to-one consultancy, maybe with the students, especially for the cohort course, in order for them to give us feedback, but also to listen to their needs and approach them in a more individual way. But that's something that we can discuss later. But translation, yes, definitely is one of the strategy among many, many others.
Thank you so much, Dr. Amina. So, Ustada Hamouda, Salima Hamouda, get plus de détails, je viens de rentrer. Elle a posé une question earlier about the course, and if you are a professor, ما على باليش واش من spécialité راكي. أستاذة مصح en fait عندنا déjà des professeurs دركا راهم taking another course with another teacher, but right now عندنا un cours راح يبدا مع الأستاذة أمينة le 2 juin, and au lieu de faire 8 semaines, une fois par semaine راح نتقراو 2 fois par semaine pendant 4 semaines, donc ça va être juste intensif. على خاطر الناس en général في الموis de juin راهم libre, mois de juillet يروحوا en vacances, donc on s'est dit باللي هذا هو le meilleur مومون باش لي بروف يكونوا كملوا الامتحانات مع الجامعه تاعهم، يكملوا لا كوريكسيون، داروا لي ديليبيراسيون كلشي لي سوتنونس، دونك يكون عندكم شويه وقت ان شاء الله في الموا جوان pour commencer le cours هذا d'une façon intensive. Ça veut dire تقراو 2 fois par semaine مع الاستاذه، بصح عندكم assignments، يعني عندكم homework في جوجل كلاس روم، راح تقراو تعطيكم دي تروك ديروهم during the week, and then you will discuss them the following week. So this is how it's set up. and بعثت لكم le lien pour l'inscription. C'est juste Google Form, donc نزيد نعاود نحطها هنايا. And basically just register ومن بعد نبعث لكم for the next steps إن شاء الله. If you register before le 22 mai, عندك 5000 دينار discount. Donc voilà. Alors, Dr. Hamouda says, elle est enseignante en psychologie. That's perfect. We need psychologists because, you know, having professors from different perspectives is very, very important. I mean, شوف le cours déjà that we have right now is that people have like, you know, different sides of the brain, right? You have the scientific ones, you have the humanities, you have the artistic ones. And I love how the discussion goes. You know, the more perspectives we have from a teaching point of view, the more diverse our content will be and the richer our discussions will be. So I'm really, really excited to have different people from different backgrounds. يعني psychology, marketing, architecture, science, chimie, any specialty basically that requires you to teach English في la rentrée. لكن نقول لكم لازم تقرأوا en anglais في la rentrée إن شاء الله. This course is for you.
Would you be willing to share the screen again, maybe with information about, or do you want me to share my screen for the people who are just joining us?
I think let me do mine just so they can see the schedule. But الناس اللي جاو شوية en retard, هذا le live هذا il va être enregistré, donc تلقاوه إن شاء الله في الآخر في les social media تاعنا. بصح je vais quand même ندير the slides تاعي just باش you have a better idea about how. Okay, let's see. Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, so basically, je pense هذا هو slide اللي مليح. This one. Okay, parce que ça parle de.
Well, actually, I think the 30 hours need to be visible. Do you want me to share mine, maybe?
Sure, go ahead and share yours, yeah. Donc, en fait, كان un commentaire قبل قال باللي c'est trop cher, it's only 4 weeks, mais en fait, c'est intensif, it's intensive, ou it's hands-on. يعني malgré que كان des cours gratuits sur Internet, ما كانش un prof اللي راح يهضر معاك ويكون one-on-one following your progress in general. So really, it's about being present with the professor, interact with the professor and your peers, have a 16 hours live lessons, and then come a total of 30 hours of, you know, hands-on. So 16 hours plus the rest of study, self-study, sorry, or independent study. And then the total would be 30 hours. Let me share your screen. Perfect. Yeah. Great, your pronunciation is mediocre as you are making some language mistakes. How would you teach English? So Momo-kan is writing one of those pretty negative comments.
It's actually a good case study to discuss.
Yeah, and I love those comments. And نحبوا لي ما نحبوش غير لي commentaires positifs. كاين ثاني لي commentaires اللي they express something negative. That is fine. We do not take things personally, for sure. I don't know who it is.
A language belief. Yeah, it's a belief that Momo-kan has, and it's a belief that maybe university professors have. Maybe it's a belief that you have, and it prevents you from speaking and using English in your professional setting. So if you are blocking yourself because of this belief, because you feel like it's not perfect enough or it's not good enough, therefore it's better to speak, not speak, I'm sorry, then this is one of those beliefs that can impact language learning and professional development. So I would like to make a copy of this comment and discuss it in class. Actually, it could make a good resource for critical thinking and debate.
So you can see that not only we are very open for discussions and any feedback you might have, as long as it's constructive and respectful. But of course, you don't have to agree with us or agree with what we do. And actually, you can tell that Amina has great answers when it comes to, you know, these kind of comments.
Yes,
Okay.
Momo Khan is actually making a really, really good strong point here, which is that we say in French, professeur to mean lecturers, university lecturers. And I was talking earlier about translanguaging, and one of the particularities, maybe, and beautiful things about translanguaging is that sometimes we infer different languages inside one words. We call them les faux amis, so professors in French and professors in English don't necessarily mean the same thing. And in my line of work, professor is a degree, it's a level, it's a specialty, it's something that you yeah. So anyway, so
Yeah. Thank you. So Momo can. So actually, yeah. So if you go to the registration link, we say professors and lecturers. Professors is as much as it is same here in the U.S. It's the highest rank that that a university teacher would reach.
yes,
So we just want to be very respectful to our university professors because they have worked really hard, and we don't want to use like we would rather use a term that kind of like would be higher than what you would think in your head, rather than diminishing their job and calling them something that they would not be comfortable with. So they are university professors and lecturers. Actually, we do have a lot of PhD students who are teaching, so not necessarily a professor. Can des étudiants doctoraux اللي راهم يقريوا des cours, they would take our class. Donc vraiment lecturer, so anyone who's teaching at the university. Professor is someone who with more experience and more rank.
Yes, so really good point. Thank you, Momokan.
Okay, Hamza Ziani, is the certificate that can be obtained can open the field for teaching in Saudi Arabia and the Gulf countries? So it is recognized in Algeria, definitely. Amina is teaches internationally, so that would give you the right credentials you need. But of course, this is I would say that if you want to prove yourself in any job market, you would actually prove yourself with your skills and your competencies rather than certificate. Certificate is a very old-fashioned way to show that, oh, hey, I can do that. It's mostly a list of skills that people can do, and so really, like, I would encourage you to work on your skills rather than working on getting a bunch of certificates instead.
It helps to have it
Yes.
in your portfolio. It helps to showcase it on your LinkedIn with maybe a badge or something that you can make a comment on. And I think one of the most powerful stuff I see on LinkedIn, this is the platform where I do business mainly, is that when somebody takes a course, it's when they go back and publish their certificate with comments about what they learned, what they found challenging, what they didn't really appreciate. Like this reflective process, when you send a picture of your certificate in addition to the reflection as a post, I think it means that you were engaged in the course rather than the course just for the certificate. So I love certificates. I'm a fan of certificates. Share them on my posts, but it's always like with an extra additional information that showcases how involved I was in the course.
This is why we go to the university, I mean, to get a diploma, right? Like the end, goal is usually to get that big like diploma or certificate or whatever. But what I wanted to say is that really focus on your skills more than the certificate. I know in some cultures, the certificate is very important, but I noticed, for example, here in the US, they never ask for my certificates, never. It's just mostly, okay, what can you do? Of course, they ask for the diploma. Like they need to see that you actually graduated high school, bachelor's degree, master's degree, and then PhD. But then like the skills, they would love to actually see what you can do. And in the interview, they would ask you specifically what you can do rather than show them the certificate. Okay, so let's go back to a few comments here. So Sofiane is saying Momo deserves a special discount for his comments. So we do have discounts actually for those who have already joined any of our other courses from Limitless Learning. We have 10% discount if you're already a limitless learning learner. And hold on one minute, okay? And then, so we have another question from, let's see, Fuad. So Fuad says yes, and then he says date of the first class, I think he means the date of the first class. Yes, you can. And so the first it starts from June 2nd to June 30th, inshallah. C'est 4 semaines intensives. I think that's your question, Fouad.
Quand est-ce qu'on commence?
Okay. Donc le 2 juin. And then Ismail, this course is for teachers only. Yes, it's for university teachers or PhD students who are teaching or planning to teach, inshallah, في la rentrée. Azdin is saying hello, everyone. Hello, Azdin. مرحبا بك. Okay. Let's see. Did I miss a comment?
Yes, actually, GPU is saying that the dimension of one-to-one is something that they find interesting. It's something that we will discuss with Susan later on, but you would have personalized advice in the course anyway, and you will be learning from your peers as well and learn from different people's strategies as well. So.
And our classes are small, so you're not going to expect a full class of or Google call with like 10, 20, 30, participants. It's going to be a really small class where you will be able to have time to talk to your professors, and you will be able to engage with your professor and with your peers, because the goal is for you to practice and ask questions and be free to express your opinion in an environment that's really encouraging you to use English in general, but more specifically for teaching. And as you can see from the modules that Amina has up here, maybe you can go to the next slide, Amina, where you talk about, I think, module 7 or 9. Is it the next one? So really, you will have the chance to, actually, this is that one, micro teaching. So you will have a chance to teach a class and receive feedback. Donc راح تقرري un cours of your choice after what you learned from the course with Amina, and then you will be able to get feedback from her. Okay.
That's why it's ideal if we have a small cohort. So a small cohort of participants would be ideal for everyone to enjoy the experience, to have the time to talk about their beliefs and the best way they think they should be teaching their subject matter. Bearing in mind that these university lecturers, teachers, early career teachers or professors, whatever you want to call them, they have expertise already in their subject matter. They already have maybe many, many years of experience teaching their subject. And suddenly now they are asked to do it in English. So this is a new experience to many of them, an exciting one for some of them, maybe a scary one for others. So the goal of this course is to make them comfortable enough to at least be open to the idea of integrating resources in English, So confidence is something that we are hoping we will be able to build by the end of the course.
I think this is, thank you so much, Amina. This is great feedback and great comments for our participants here. And then we have, how about the others who are not teachers, but they work at the university? It depends, as Dean, if you would like to, it depends what is the purpose of learning English. If it's just general English, is it to write papers, is it to present at conferences? Really, you have to give us a little bit more details, but we have an intermediate course coming up. We have a beginner's course coming up, but this one specifically with Dr. Amina is for university teachers or university lecturers and professors. Hamza Ziani, thank you for this training course. You will be distinguished. Good luck. Thank you so much. Thank you. We have a great community here. I'm I'm very happy with the crowd. And of course, we're gonna get more comments later for those who are not here. على بالي 10 11 تاع الليل في الجزائر. دونك الناس اللي ما حضروش اليوم يقدروا يشوفوه recorded, and they should be able to ask questions. Hello.
While we're waiting for comments, I presented earlier the program and the course objectives in French. I could move to the slides in English so that those who are more comfortable with English can see it, and can see how the syllabus was designed. Again, it was designed with the needs of these lecturers at heart, and the goal here is to be helpful, really.
And the thing is, what a lot of people don't know, the behind the scenes يعني وش باش الكور هذا يتخدم ويتوجد اكسترا، كاين خدمه behind the scenes اللي هي لازم نعرفوا exactement واش يحوسوا لي بروفيسور في الجزائر، نحوسوا exactement لا ترانزيسيون هذه كيفاش حنا نعاونوكم الاساتذه تاع الجامعه، كيفاش نعاونوكم باش يعني نحيو هذاك لو ستريس تاع نقري بلونجلي وانا ما نعرفش لونجلي. How do I start teaching in English? I have no idea how to. وعلى بالي كاين بزاف لي بلاتفورم تاع لونسينمون سوبيريور الجيريان اللي راكم عندكم اكسي ليهم، بصح راني نشوف انه ساعات كاين ساعات اتناف، ساعات كاينين اللي فريمون يحوسوا معاهم الاستاذ اللي يتبع معاهم ويعطيهم فيدباك personally. Donc vraiment quand on parle d'une plateforme اللي عندك آلاف وآلاف الأساتذة راهم يقراو فيها، وعندك une plateforme كيما limitless learning اللي عندك غير أساتذة quelques profs اللي يدخلوا معاك في الكور ويقراو معاك وفريمون تستفادوا من بعضاكم وتشوفوا لي زيغور تاعكم، والأستاذة تعرف كيفاش تفهمكم الحوايج اللي vraiment you think you need more information, then you have one-on-one experience. At limitless learning راك تشوفوا باللي عندك one-on-one experience. حنا c'est la qualité over la quantité. Donc نقدروا نديروا un cours moins cher avec 50, 100 students, but I don't want that. I want a small group اللي vraiment يستفاد من l'expérience تاع الأساتذة تاعنا. Et ça va avec cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, coding. We have right now عندنا كور تاع بايثون كودينج تاع المبتدئين، وكنشوفوا كيفاش البروف الأستاذ محمد حجازي كيفاش vraiment hands on, literally hands on معاهم واحد بواحد ينعت لهم لي زيتاب كيفاش يقراو. You'll be like okay, you cannot find this anywhere for free. باش تلقاها for free واحد يعلمك ويعطيك لي زيغور تاعك ويقول لك كيفاش تصححهم. It's going to be very difficult. So this is the beauty of e-learning. On one hand عندك un prof qui est expert في بلاد وانت في بلاد، mais aussi كيفاش نتايا تكون وتتعلم من عند واحد وتقدر تبوزي له لي كيستيون in live. ومام let's say you have questions later عندنا جوجل chat تقدر تبعت للأستاذ تاعك une question يجاوبك. We have a 24 hours policy where we do our best, يعني we do our best to answer our learners within 24 hours if they have any questions.
Thank you for this, Dr. Douidi. So concerning the first session on the 2nd of June, we are thinking to run it at 8 p.m. from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's the goal. And then following the first session, we will decide together as a group what's the best time for all of us. So initially we will start with 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
and en général هذا هو الوقت اللي يساعد، احنا شفنا يعني مع الاكسبيرينس بلي هذا هو الوقت اللي يساعد لي زابرونون تاعنا من 2 ل 10 تاع الليل في الجزائر، الوقت تاع الجزائر. but of course نشوفوا لا ماجوريتي واش يساعدهم مع الاستاذه تاني. and this is what again vraiment on s'adapte les besoins تاع les apprenants تاعنا. and there's a question from Samsung. la question تاعها earlier ولا تاعو is okay, let's go back. It's okay. Class are online or can I attend them when I'm free? Okay, on vient d'expliquer but it's live, but again
there will be a recording if you are in the course, but you are expected to at least attend to these sessions. So the micro teaching cannot be recorded, for instance, you know. And a lot of it is interaction and discussion, and a lot of it is discussion about your own teaching. So the idea here is not me giving you information and moving from one slide to another, but rather discussing, and we will have a lot of learner-centered approach. So we can talk about pedagogy all night long. Dr. Douidi, I am very passionate about pedagogy, but the idea here is to discuss together what are the best ways for you to integrate English in your practice. So we can keep a recording aside for you if you miss a session. However, we highly advise that you attend live.
And we for this type of training, especially, it's interactive in nature. So Dr. Amina is going to be presenting, obviously is going to teach, but you will be really asking questions and talking to her and answering questions, etc. Donc, we want you to speak and participate and practice. And there's no point of just watching the recording, unless, of course, ما تقدرش because you have something to do, لا عندك, you know, an empêchement. This is, of course, you know, we will give you the recording, but we highly recommend, as Amina said, that you attend live. على justement لازم تفهموا على الوقت اللي يساعدكم as a group باش right now متمنى العشاء تعليل, but again we can really discuss on the days parce que le jour مازال c'est pas encore décidé. إن شاء الله نلقاو نهار اللي يساعد الأستاذة ويساعدكم انتم. And Badruddin is asking, please, Sosan, give us opportunity for students. Yes, it should be coming up, inshallah. We just have a few details to finish, inshallah, but we should be able to give you, inshallah, details about the course coming up في الصيف. على بالي الصيف كان بزاف لا دوموند في الصيف parce que الناس sont en vacances. So it's good. Okay. Let's see. Did we miss any questions? Because we are exactly 1 hour. ساعة.
Yes, there is والموارد بالعباسي who is saying that he would be interested in English for engineers if there is something that comes up.
Oh, okay. Yes, I missed that comment. Yes, so we have, it's not specifically for engineers, but we have English in general, and it should be, it tackles the 4 skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And it's this is, I think, a good comprehensive approach to learn English in general. So you should be able to receive more information. Just stay tuned on our social media. We should be able to post details, inshallah. I'm going to post one last time the link for more information about this course. خاطر راح نكملوا live هذا in a minute. Okay, GPU is saying, thanks for the information. No problem, but how to generate and build expressions? Did you get that question, Amina?
Yes, GPU, if you are a university lecturer, teacher, professor, early career teacher, I think you will find a lot of solutions in the course. So do sign up, put your information. Maybe you can express interest. Maybe this time you're busy this summer. You can still express your interest by submitting an application, and then we can talk about it during the course.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you so much, Amina. I'm so glad we did this live. I think, so we're going to end the live تاع اليوم بس كسافي بصح. I will put our email here. So let's visit limitless@gmail.com. So I'm posting our email here. If you have any questions, we'll have social media. تقدروا تبعتوا لنا social media. Just email us for any questions you may have. على بالي باللي بزاف عندكم بالك تساؤلات اللي يجيكم بعد في راسكم ونسيتوا ما سقسيتوهمش دركا. It's fine, you can ask later. ولا الناس اللي ما جاوش اليوم وشافوا recording بعد. Our school, where is it located? It's online. It's an e-learning platform. We are located in the Silicon Valley as the founders, Rana fi California. But the school serves North African students and Algerians mainly. So right now, our learners are from Algeria and located everywhere in the world. So we're very, very happy with that. And وين تكونوا تقدروا تسجلوا معنا وتقراوا معنا. If you, لكن ما راكش في الجزائر ما عندكش CCP ولا بريد موب, you can also use credit card payments. We have a lot of people using that. So yeah, okay, Badruddin, thank you so much for our teacher. Thank you for being here. Thank you everyone. يعطيكم الصحة. إن شاء الله جاوبنا على لي كيسيون تاعكم كامل. لكن عندكم لي كيسيون واحد اخرين ايميل اس contact us on social media. وان شاء الله نتلاقاو الناس اللي سجلوا بور لو كور. نبداو لو 2 جوان ان شاء الله. ما تنساوش بلي عندكم ديسكاونت تاع 5000 دينار لو كان تسجلوا قبل لو 22 ماي ان شاء الله. Okay, so okay, Amal, PhD students need to improve English when they writing articles. We have reject from reviewers because the most comments are poor English. Yes, this is a big need. I totally agree. In academia, actually, it's not just in Algeria. This happens everywhere, and unfortunately, you know, English was not taken very seriously lately. But right now, yani, we're going in the right directions, inshallah. But we do offer a service. Actually, we have a service. If you go to Limitless Learning Services, there is a academic writing consulting. I actually take care of this part. So I will be doing the consulting for you. I'm going to put the link here. Like and come a paper that you need me to look at before submitting. I would love to do that. Okay. Thank you a bunch. Thank you so much, GPU. And يعطيكم الصحة. Amin, thank you for the information. Amal, everyone, thank you for the questions. يعطيكم الصحة. Amina, can you hang back for a second? I'm just going to end the broadcast. I'll see you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
I'll see you guys on the next live. Amina, if you have anything to add, please go ahead and then we can end.
Shukran, Dr. Douidi, for this live session, and thank you everyone for the comments and questions.
Bye.